Boston Marathon winner Des Linden for the call of the women's steeplechase. Abundance of riches in the longer distances as well, Des, as we'll see among this group. The top two medalists from Tokyo and a host of others all looking to run fast today. And there's the silver medalist from the United States, Courtney Frerichs.
All-star field. She had a great race in Tokyo. High risk, high reward. Came home with the silver. Not much to lose here at Pre, so I expect her to take another big crack at it and try to get one more place.
Next to her is the Kenyan Hyvin Kiyeng, who's the bronze medalist behind Frerichs, as Frerichs gets introduced to the crowd.
Kiyeng comes in as the #1 ranked steeplechaser in the world on the women's side. She's had a great year thus far, has won 2 Diamond Leagues, Stockholm and Monaco, looking to add to that. Great venue, great field for her to be challenged by.
And then Chemutai, Peruth Chemutai, the reigning Olympic champion now, after that tactical move by Frerichs to push the pace. Chemutai, the only one able to respond, and she came away at the top of the podium. Women's 3,000-meter steeplechase. About 7.5 laps of the track. They will go by the water jump at the north end of Hayward Field this first time. You see it there. They'll come around and go through that pit the remaining laps of the race. And again, once they get into a rhythm, you can see, because they're all on the rail, that's a reflection, Des, of the fact that this pace is going to be fast today.
Absolutely. It's already strung out. You see Chemutai just tuck in right away. She's on the victory tour. She's got high confidence. She's the gold medalist for Uganda, but honestly the first woman for Uganda to win any gold medal. So this is rare air, and she met the president on high and on cloud 9, and she's rolling with it.
So Chemutai tucked behind the pace setter Chepngetich of Kenya, then back behind her Nora Giroud, who has actually the fastest time in the world this year, and now steps just a half stride or so ahead of Chepngetich, and behind them is Kiyeng and Frerichs, the other 2 medalists from Tokyo.
Giroud is going to be fascinating. She's got fresher legs. She did not compete in the Tokyo Olympics. She's actually transitioning from a Kenyan citizen and going to compete for Kazakhstan, and that's still in process, so was unable to compete in the Olympics. Fresher legs, has the fastest time of the year, but hasn't competed in a while, so we'll see if she's coming off a little injury or if she's just staying fresh.
Winfred Yavi back in 6th position, kind of bridging that gap between these 2 front and rear groups of this women's 3,000-meter steeplechase.
Everyone that you would expect to be there is right in the mix. We have 6 of the fastest women in the world in this race. Their PRs range from 8:58 to 9:03, so you expect them all to be there. If they're all on their game, it could be anyone's day. It's just going to be a little gamesmanship early, matching the pacer and staying safe, watching out for those barriers and clearing them smoothly.
Yeah, the pace so far here very quick. The wave light technology we talked about during the men's 800 meters is actually all the way back in about 8th or 9th place, and that was supposed to be set up for about a 9-minute pace. So we are running very fast early on here in this women's 3,000-meter steeplechase at Pre.
You can see them settle in, find their space. This is pretty traditional how these races look with this big group up front. Because they're so close in ability, it looks like they're bunched up and, you know, just taking it easy, but they're all just very, very comparable. So it's just matching each other and making sure you don't miss the move because you didn't have the good spot in the group.
They'll have 5 laps to run here as they reach the finish line on this near side of Hayward Field. Kind of an enveloping moment for them as this crowd and the design of this stadium is really to welcome them home in an amphitheater style setting. But Chepngetich continues to drive. A few long strides by Giroud as she tries to maneuver that. And, you know, those steeples come fast. I know you've stayed away from this event, perhaps by purpose. But it is, you know, again, with traffic in front of you, those things come up on you pretty fast.
They do. They come up to about mid-chest for me, so I steer clear of the event. When they start to fatigue, it's the form that goes, but they all look pretty smooth right now.
So Chepngetich moved to the inside and is off the track, so that leaves us with the favorites, with Gerudo, Chemutai, Kiyeng, and Frerichs back with the finish. 3,000 meters steeplechase. Nora Gerudo, perhaps with the freshest of the legs, is leading this race, but right now bold running once again by the American Courtney Frerichs, the American record holder, perhaps in a bid to strike down her existing American record and dip under that 9-minute mark. And right now she is holding strong against Gerudo.
Completely possible. She went into Tokyo feeling a little bit nervous, a little bit uneasy. She had a sickness in pre-camp before that race. Went out, just said, hey, I'm going to go for it. Had that big reward with the silver, but I think she came home going, man, I wish I felt a little fresher. I wish I had been a little bit healthier. And now she's got her chance, and she's making the most of it.
Yeah, coming up on the side of Gerudo. Back there in third, that's Cellophane Chespole, now a 22-year-old back in 2017 here at the Prefontaine Classic. At the age of 18, set the world junior record. She has raced only once since dropping out of the final of the 2019 World Championship. She's now currently in fourth as Gerudo with the lead with 2 laps to go.
Chespole number 3 all-time. It's good to see her back in form. She's only run 9:52 this year, but she's going to have a big breakthrough race today.
Kiyeng in third, but that gap starting to lengthen between her and Frerichs, and now Frerichs more concerned of that gap that's slowly emerging between her and the leader Gerudo. Starting to put the pedal to the metal here on the backstretch with about a lap and a half to go.
You got to think Gerudo's realizing she doesn't have those Tokyo rounds in her legs. She doesn't have the travel back and forth and the regrouping. This is to her advantage, and Courtney knows that, but she's running tough and just spotting her, trying not to lose that gap. This is a mental toughness thing right now for Courtney, and we saw in Tokyo she has it. She's gritty, and you can see her laying it in there right now.
Only 5 women in history have ever broken the 9-minute barrier, and right now 2 with a very good shot as they come to the bell.
They look smooth over the hurdles again. This late in the race, the pace slips, sure, but it's the form that goes with the fatigue, and that trail leg foot will start to drag just a little bit. These barriers are not going to move for them. They have to make sure that form is good so they can get the clear, clean jump and keep on this hot pace.
Gerudo getting over that barrier. Frerichs gearing up for this final half lap.
Final water jump. This is big. This is an important moment. We've seen a lot of these races slip here.
And very cleanly out of the water jump is Courtney Frerichs. Gerudo's going to win this if she can successfully maneuver that last barrier, but everyone on their feet for the American Courtney Frerichs. Gerudo sub-9. And Frerichs will do it as well. New American record.
What a few weeks for Frerichs. To have that silver in Tokyo, to be rewarded for that big risk-taking run, and now to get to tuck in behind someone like Gerudo, who is willing to push the pace late and just follow that lead. She said she was in the shape of her life. She certainly was. We knew she was capable with that run in Tokyo, and now it comes to fruition here with that first American sub-9. Incredible running.
Those 2 women now number 3 and number 4 all-time in the event. An impressive performance with 2 women under 9 as the Hayward Magic on full display. Gerudo, new meet record, and look at the reaction by Courtney Frerichs. Great reaction from the crowd here at Hayward Field. Very appreciative. Beauty of an educated crowd, not only cheering for the winner, but they knew in the stadium what Frerichs was trying to do. And still celebrating and catching her breath as we see the final results of the women's steeplechase. New meet record for Nora Gerudo, new American record for Courtney Frerichs. And still smiling, Frerichs now down with Lewis Johnson.
All righty, and Courtney, it was a bold strategy that led you to silver in Tokyo. Tell us about the bold strategy today that made you another American record.
You know, I just wanted to go with whatever happened, and that meant going out faster than I ever have. But I trusted my fitness, and I trusted what worked in Tokyo. You know, I just wanted to continue to use that mindset moving forward, no matter how the race played out.
Give us a sense of what it's like to have fans. I saw you with your family yesterday to have all this happen the way it has here today.
It's just like the victory lap that I finally wanted after the games. And so, you know what, I told myself there's no pressure for this one. Like, why not just go for it? And, you know, I think that using that bold strategy was going to make me really proud to do it in front of the crowd.
And what does it mean for you now to be the first under 9 minutes for the United States?
I mean, this is a dream come true. You know, whenever Emma was the first to go under 9:10 in 2016, I felt like we started dreaming about this moment. And you can see how hard it is. It's taken 5 years, but I'm just so happy right now. And I know this is just the start. We're going to keep pushing the barrier.
Congratulations.
Thank
you ought to
you.
get another victory lap on that one.
She definitely deserves another lap of honor here at Hayward Field. Courtney Frerichs breaking her own American record, first American woman under that magical 9-minute barrier.